Welcome, everyone, to 2K Sports. We've got something special for you tonight. Added to the roster for this one, some collegiate players will be out there as well. A great chance for them to prove themselves. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy.
Here we go.
And it's Chicago to start out. Green taking his time here. Down low. And it's James missing.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Back to Wilson. Pass to Peterson. Clock is at 3. Sinks the triple.
And if you write up a wish list of qualities in an NBA guard, Derek Peterson checks just about every box. He's in that old school mold in that he can play either spot in the backcourt, and his explosiveness puts him in rare air indeed.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
James outside. Lets it go with a 3. Good on the three-point shot.
Dangerous from the perimeter. LeBron is definitely a threat from that corner.
Payton right side. Puts one up from 19. That's short off the rim. Here's Cunningham. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Giannis dunks it down.
You could see that coming. Giannis not to be denied, especially at the rim.
There's Peterson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Chicago with the ball. Here's LeBron. And James throws it down hard.
Oh, okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little. Just a little extra on that one.
Peterson, that's good.
And you could just tell he was feeling it. A very assertive shot at the arc.
Antetokounmpo. Lewis grabs the board. Pass to Peterson. There's the triple. Another three for Atlanta.
There's zero issues for Peterson from beyond the arc. He's got such good lift on that J. Plus, this guy is accurate.
Knocked loose and stolen by LeBron.
And give him credit for attacking inside and forcing the defense to compromise.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
The presence Giannis has on the floor is incredible. He's must-see TV.
So he gets them both.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
.44 seconds left from the first quarter of the game. At the top of the key, Lewis. Pass to Peterson. 4 on the clock. All sorts of time. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Substitution on the court.
Now West. Over Smith. And again, Chicago. No good. Pass to Lindenborg. And it's off from three-point range. It's Garnett on the wing. And here is West. Second shot opportunity. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Plays like that make the coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
Kevin Garnett at the line for one.
The free throw drops for Garnett. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Chicago leads by just 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Chicago.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly. Almost whenever he wants to. Penny can get to the hoop. He's that good with the rock.
Here's Thornton. The rejection by Embiid.
Is there any better feeling than stuffing a shot near the hoop?
For 3, Smith. It's good from long range. Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
And so it's West with it. He brings it up for Chicago. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game.
DeMarcus Cousins. First personal foul.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Rejected.
Oh, that's just stellar defense right there from Lindenborg. He worked so hard to come up with that block.
Evans, good.
Well, long-armed and broad-shouldered, Axel Lindenborg has a first-team All-NBA name.
And it's a great finish!
you know that one's going to make the highlight reel. Cunningham providing the entertainment.
Cousins with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And his inside game is about as good as it gets. Cousins loves operating out of that low block, and there isn't much any opposing defense can do to stop it.
Chicago trailing here. Cunningham outside. Ewing. And Patrick Ewing with the slam.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Here's Lindenborg. Back to Smith. And here's Evans outside. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Evans has got the lead up to 3 now for Atlanta. Here's Hardaway. Lays it up and banks it in. Hardaway's got 4 this quarter.
He's an explosive athlete with tremendous positional size. Hardaway has no issue mixing it up inside.
He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Knocks down the 3-ball. Smith's got 6 points.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Back to Giannis. Giannis says, "Get off me!"
Playing some bully ball inside. Giannis using his size and frame to get his finish.
Smith outside. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Here's Chicago. Cunningham with it. It's stolen by Smith. Here's Evans. Here's Lindenborg. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And we'll be back right after this.
28.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Now here's Payton. To the inside. Pass to Sanak. Now here's Payton. Clock at 6. Now Wilson. They set the pick. Inside. Stewart with the steal. On the wing, Giddey. Lets a floater go. Misses from short range. Over to the left wing. It's stolen by Garnett. They swipe it. Lewis outside. Knocks it loose. West with the ball. Rashard Lewis covering. West outside. And again, Chicago. No good. Here's Lewis. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Oh, I love watching Lewis with the hammer on that one, refusing to just lay it up.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Oh, good work finding space outside. It serves him well when that jumper's falling. And whenever you watch Chris Sanak play, you immediately think this guy is the ideal stretch big. He's got great length at just about 7 feet, and he's already a very good shooter. I really like how he rebounds. They compete on the glass.
Looking to end the run. Sinak grabs the rebound. And now running up the court. Lewis pushing it up. Took him no time at all on that one. Lewis has got 11 points here in just the second half. Pass to West. Outside, Adebayo. No good with the triple.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Payton with the ball. Now defended by Adebayo. Pass to Lewis. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Lewis has got the lead up to 13 now for Atlanta. It's deflected.
No, sir. Sinak in great position, making his presence felt.
The shot by Payton, no good. West, right side. Garnett, the screen. Shoots it. West, that's good.
And with that basket, he puts a stop to the 13-0 run there by Atlanta. And so far, Lewis has been really aggressive with the shot, and it's creating results. Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Three-pointer, Payton. It's rebounded by Kevin Garnett. Chicago trails by 11. It's Kenny with the drive. Here's Adebayo. Here's Stewart. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Chicago calls timeout. So it's Chicago now. Shoots the three. The shot will not fall. And so it's Atlanta. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key.
Chicago, 32.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Embiid in the corner. Poked away. And stolen by Thornton. Outside, Bagley. Out left to the wing. Here's McRoberts. Hands it from downtown. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Atlanta.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And another thing they did well was just keep the effort up offensively. Lots of boards leading to extra opportunities, which they converted.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Embiid is at the elbow. Embiid the screen. Assertive move by Embiid.
Oof, what a scary sight. Joel Embiid with all that momentum taking it to the hoop, looking like a freight train.
No good. Chicago trails by 10. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. LeBron James. And it misses.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Knocks down the three.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Clever play call by Westbrook, making the right move at the right time to bust up the D and get that shot.
And there's the three.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
And that one is good.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
The shot is off. Atlanta leading by 14. Bagley outside. From outside. Train from outside.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Well, if that was one of my players, I'd think about sitting him down right away and letting him think about that one.
Ah, it's in there.
And you have to be unselfish if you're going to lead your team to great things. And I think Embiid gets that.
From deep. And down goes the three. The long three. It misses. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Westbrook fires. Knocks down the three.
3 points.
17 points was their biggest margin. Green missed on the three.
And Cousins lives at the line. Just applies tremendous pressure on the defense.
He makes the first of three, and that will push the lead to double digits. Good on the second free throw. And he nails the third.
No doubt, that just about seals it.
Stolen by Wilson. Takes the three. Doesn't get that one. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. Some good moments. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this 2K Sports presentation. The atmosphere in this building is electric as we get a chance to see an energized college player plugged into the roster. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy.
Here we go.
And it's Chicago to start out. Left side, out of the Kumbo. Here's Ewing. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And how about the muscle inside from Ewing? Easily getting to wherever he wants to on that low block.
Pass to Westbrook. Shoots. Patrick Ewing comes up with the rebound.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss. Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
And you don't anticipate a guy over 7 feet tall pulling up and drilling a shot like that.
On the wing, Ewing. And the rejection by Wembanyama. A three ball. Another three for Fort Worth.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Again, Fort Worth.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
You know, Stan, when you talk about the skill set Cade Cunningham possesses, what impresses you most?
I think a couple of things, Kevin. Number one, his poise is outstanding. This guy never gets bothered by anything that happens in a game, by any type of adversity. He's just going to come back with the same mindset on the next play. And also, his shooting has improved so much that you've now got to defend him honestly on the perimeter, and that sets up the rest of his game.
Now, here's Adebayo after LeBron James's miss. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Here's Cunningham. There's 1:38 left in the first quarter. Moves back up. Walked again.
You see the defensive instincts there. That's what makes Green one of the best. And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Here's Wembanyama. 10 points for him. On the wing, James. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And that one, good. LeBron's got his second bucket.
Oh, textbook pick and roll there. James doing a great job breaking down the defense.
Yeah, the defense looks helpless to stop him. They got to figure out something different.
Adebayo with the bucket.
Well, that's a shot where your coach is saying, no, 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 and then, woo.
Wembanyama, right side. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. Wembanyama's got 14 points.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
And Fort Worth will go for a different look here. Now here's Giddey. Pass to Embiid. Over Wembanyama. And again, no good by Chicago. Puts the move on. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
Substitution on the court.
And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Well, a risky pass there. And if you ask me, they're lucky that the defense didn't steal that one.
Gets it off. And it's Fort Worth with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency.
16.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take right now on Fort Worth so far?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds and move like he did, not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
2 points, that one goes.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And if he sniffs the rim, he's attacking. Getting not messing around when he gets in close like that.
Here's Green. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Giddey goes in. That bucket in no time at all.
Can't fall asleep guarding Stewart from downtown. She has range that you simply have to respect.
The shake. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
Three-pointer. Maxey grabs the miss. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. From outside the arc. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Chicago trailing here. Ron right side. It's stolen by Ibaka. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. Fort Worth shooting their first free throw of the game here.
Well, known for being an exceptional defender, Gobert also has a good sense for when he should look to score.
Fort Worth leading by 3. Adebayo the screen.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws.
Fort Worth shooting their second and third free throws tonight. You know, Stan, you look at Wembanyama's frame. Does he need to get any stronger? Put on more muscle, more bulk?
Well, Kevin, of course he could use to improve on his strength, but he's strong enough right now to be one of the best players in the league. We've seen that, but as he gets older, a lot of that strength's just going to come naturally. The scary thing is for coaches and players around the league, not on his team, this guy's just going to keep getting better. Taken to the sky. What an incredible dunk.
Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Jacks up a 3. Drills the three-pointer. Wembanyama's got the lead up to 6 now for Fort Worth. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Fort Worth.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
Another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break.
On the top of the key, again, Fort Worth.
Going to Wembanyama, any chance you get just makes a whole lot of sense. Victor is really on fire tonight.
And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
You really don't even have to watch him at the line. Just listen for the net.
Pass to Adebayo. Now Stewart. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet.
Well, this is what Stewie is, a big-time star. She's a career 20-point-per-game scorer in the WNBA.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. team's shooting a steady diet from outside.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Fort Worth. Wembanyama outside. And Ewing sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ewing. Wembanyama, right side. Just 5 on the clock. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
At the line.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Down low. Here's Ewing. Here's Stewart. Good. It's Garnett with the assist that time.
Sometimes you see Breanna Stewart and wonder, how can anyone stop her?
Here's Wembanyama. Garnett with the block.
I mean, what more can you do when it comes to interior defense? That's perfect. Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Wembanyama, left side. To the wing on the left. Latrey drains it from beyond the arc. Wembanyama's got 6 points in the quarter.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Yeah, he was ready to fire that ball the moment it hit his hands.
Chicago trails by 5 for 3. Boozer with the rebound. Now Wembanyama. He's got 36. It's good from long range.
How about the range? Wembanyama has that rare ability at the center spot.
You know, we've seen guys with the size and the speed that Cameron Boozer possesses, but we rarely see them with the same level of touch he has on his shot. The way Boozer can get downhill and stretch the floor can be a nightmare for defenses.
Here's the 3. Oh, 3 ball.